What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Thai Life channel. I'm Min Thai, and in this podcast for you today, I want to talk to you about decision making. As a nail technician, we make decisions throughout the day, throughout our career. What polish the clients want, what shape the clients want, what service to take in. But in our nail career, there will be 3 decisions that we have to make that will improve our life, improve our career, ease our stress. The first decision is when to increase your price. That's not easy to do. The second decision is when to fire a client. Definitely not easy to do. The third decision is when you're quitting that salon that you've been around for a long time. Very hard to do. But before we start the show, you know how we like to get down. Pump it. Get it. Boom, 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 boom. Let's calm down real quick, y'all. I know y'all get excited about this. These decisions that we make are not easy. Like increasing our price. You think that's easy? Absolutely not. It's not easy for the individual nail tech. It's not easy for salon owner because they're afraid. They're afraid that the moment they increase it by $5, the client's not going to be happy and they're going to go somewhere else. Because there's going to be other salon out there who will charge a lot less for what the price that you're going to increase. And that's tough on the industry because things are getting more expensive. Inflation is real. A polished bottle used to be $5. Now a polished bottle is $14. And sometimes when we increase these prices, we have to accept that not every client is going to be happy. We have to accept the fact that the client's going to question, why are we increasing our price? So to have an answer for that, we have to improve our customer service. We have to show the client that we care, that we are worthy. Because if your service is great, it's worth more than the service that you're charging. So you got to focus on that because at the end of the day, your connection with your client really matters. Because when they connected with you and when you increase your price, they going to understand. A lot of salons, they don't increase their price because they don't connect with their clients. Because if they have regular clients, the regular client will understand. But the majority of the time, the salon, they welcome the walk-in. And majority of the time, they don't know these clients. And they are afraid that if they first-time comer coming in and they looking at the price and it's too much, then they will go to another salon. That's why price increasing is one of the hardest decisions you have to make in your nail career. Because it breaks my heart, man. I still see people doing a set of nails for $30 because they're afraid. And on top of that, they have a good heart. They feel like, oh, you know what? This client's been with me for a while. I feel bad if I increase her price. But we shouldn't even think like that because at the end of the day, things are getting expensive. Rent is getting expensive. Gas has gone up. Milk has gone up. Grocery has gone up. So if they are truly your client, they will understand and they will support you accordingly to what life in demand is. But that is one of the hardest decisions to make, y'all. But you got to be strong. You got to know your worth. But you got to put out the service that is worth the price. You cannot charge somebody an arm and a leg and give them only toes. You got to give them a lot more than that. Okay, you got to go above and beyond. And if you feel like you got to rush through another client, then that's your problem. Set an appointment, set a schedule, but know your worth and set your price because it is a hard decision to make. And if the client's decided not to come with you because you increased the price, and that's where the second decision you have to make that is going to be big in your career is letting go of the client. I know how you feel. Because growing up in the nail industry, everybody's talking about like, you got to get a lot of client. You got to take care of all of them, as many as you can, right? But you have to realize not every client is meant to be yours forever. Yes, there will be some clients who will go to you from the get-go to now. But there will be some who just, hey, circumstances move them away from you. But the reason why I have to talk about firing a client, because there are some clients out there, I don't really want them to be my client. I'm going to be friendly with you. I'm sorry. The client is not always right. As a nail tech, I give it my best. This is what I can do for you. This is the service that I can offer. But if you, as a client, are never satisfied, never know what you want, always nitpicking, I don't want you. And it is okay to let the clients know, like, I can't take care of you. I think it's better you go somewhere else. I've done that before. I had a client. She been coming for like months. But every time she shows up, every time I finish a set for her, she always say like, I wish you can do this. I wish you can. How come you didn't show me? You showed me what in the picture I did exactly that. But what I'm trying to say is there will be clients out there you cannot please, and it's okay if they don't come back to you. I be honest with you, there are some clients who they decided to not come back to me, and I swear I say, Lord, thank you very much. You heard my prayer. I was always stressing out working on this client's nails. You see what I'm saying? So it's okay to lose client because there's going to be new client. It's okay. Just continue being yourself, because I know sometimes when you lose a client, you sit there and you be thinking to yourself like, man, what did I do wrong? I know I didn't call her a bitch. I don't talk like that in front of my clients unless they deserve it. You see what I'm saying? I would sit there and think about, but at the end of the day, I got to tell myself, there's a lot of nail tech out there. You know what? When they're with me, I give them my best. And as time goes on, and if my best is not what they want anymore, then let it be. Let it be. I'm not going to sit there and cry about it. I'm not going to sit there and be sad about it, because I know the next client who's going to come in, I'm going to give them my best. So that is the mentality you got to have to make this decision. And when you have this mentality, you're really building thick skin for yourself as a nail tech. And that's when people are saying it comes with experience, because you has, embrace all the negative, all the rough client. Because if you're a nail tech and you never had a rough client, then you haven't got your feet wet yet, honey. Because the world is not a perfect place, and people are never perfect in terms of the clients that you want. Now, the thing about nail tech is that we appreciate people who help us in our career. We do. I appreciate my first boss who taught me how to do nails. I appreciate my sister who I work with, taught me how to do hair. I appreciate that. But sometimes I have to do things that better for myself. Like I want to be a salon owner, or maybe I want to improve, and by learning, working somewhere else. And that lead to decision making of quitting your first salon that you work at. Do you guys remember your first time quitting a salon that was so nice to you? You've been with them, but you just had to quit because maybe something happened in your life, or maybe you want to have your own salon. Maybe you want to do booth. I mean, there's a lot of reasons, but have you ever remember that moment when you told your boss that, hey, I'm sorry, but you've been really good to me. I appreciate it. I just want to let you know I really want to do this for my life. It's a tough decision to make, because the salon industry, guys, is a small environment. It's in a small building. You're literally in a house. You see each other every day. You see each other more than you see your own family sometimes. And you build relationship. And you connect with people around you. And sometimes that decision, that where you have to move on, maybe to a different location. It's tough. It's tough. I don't know about y'all, but leave in a good way, y'all. If you ever leave in a good way. I see some of y'all leave and burn bridges, and don't do that. The nail world is a small world. We talk, y'all. We gonna share news like, oh, we know about that girl. She just come and go and she give you an ad. No, don't do that. I don't know how some of y'all new generation quit and walk away like nobody's business, but man, nail technician back in the day, we are loyal to the root of that salon. We were the root that makes that salon better, right? And imagine we just have to move on to better life, better career, have our own business. Those decision making right there is not easy, guys. It's not. But we have to do it. We have to make these decisions to better ourselves. Unless you just be like, whatever, I don't want to make these decisions, right? But don't be afraid to make these decisions, because each decision you make in your life, in your career, it's only going to make you more tough, and it's going to make you feel better about yourself. Because what you just did was you set standards for yourself. And I cannot emphasize how important it is for you guys to set standard for yourself. Everybody should have a standard for themselves of what type of clients you want, what environment salon you want to be in, what kind of boss you want to be when you have your own salon. You got to have your standard. And if people don't like your standard, don't lower your standards for them. Move on and make sure you find somebody who can match your standards or better. And those are the decision making that you have to make as a nail tech to really improve and build your experience. And whatever I'm telling you right now is what I've been through, and it's from my heart. But before we end the show, you know how we like to get down. Get it. Get it. It's a good day, y'all. Thanks for listening. I appreciate y'all so much. Until next time on my podcast. Peace.